Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming 10 since 71, and what a home field advantage it has become. First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Taken from about the 12. Now Baker. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
To throw is Baker. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Baker to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll set up to throw. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one good for 37 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive. I think you right out set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Well, you hate that defensively. They had him pretty well corralled, but the face mask, that obviously changes things.
Yeah, it's a bit frustrating because you feel like you did everything right. You had him stop, but the hand gets up just a little too high, and the natural inclination is to hold on, and that's going to get called every time.
On the jet sweep, here's Chase. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jamar Chase. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bears are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Carter. toss it up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Tannehill going to get this forward on the jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage. But even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
On 4th down, Matt Eliza sent on to punt. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The Bears at 6 and 2 to start play. They come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8 CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st.
That's a love seeing the offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Brent Urban there to get him down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. Second down and 5. looking to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. Touchdown! O.J. Howard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw taken in by Grant. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on him.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Tannehill. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. To the air again, Tannehill. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Tannehill. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. They overloaded that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Now Lutz for the field goal try. This will be, 38 yards out. And it's no good. Lutz pulled it.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first two drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a three-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well.
He's got a man complete. A huge play there for Chicago. 41 yards. Back to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
On any first and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. So stuff for no gain on second down brings up a pretty interesting third from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
A good run that time. They couldn't close him down, and now 9 yards makes for a very different situation on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
Now a pass is taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And here he's got Grant. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 74 yards. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, simple.
And now the rookie's free. 20. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 79 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, helping good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Open man is Juwan Jennings. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have a 1st down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Sean McKeon, 29 yards. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. Lutz with the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From the 10. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st half. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. Across the 25.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. And past the 40.
Distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
Are you kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me?
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Breida, they'll go up the middle, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Ooh, the juke. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 134 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That is
caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Chris Godwin, 26 yards. And the Bears go up by 2 touchdowns. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Take it in at the 3.
Jakeem Grant on the return. The Dolphins take over first and 10. Their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Tannehill now to throw. Pass on the out route caught by Smith-Schuster. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And I don't think he got there, no. Just short of maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down at the 34. In on the stop, Bradley McDougald.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now Baker.
Smith catches left side.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Baker to throw.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
They run a draw here on second down. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. To throw is Bankert. And it's caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jeff Smith, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Bears have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 151 yards rushing for him now as this sensational afternoon continues.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Jeff Smith, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bears add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded right at the goal line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. Darnell Savage there to make the tackle.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
From just shy of midfield, Tannehill. Throw that side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 37. Now Tannehill. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards, the final tally. From the red zone now, Tannehill. Touchdown, Dolphins. Juju Smith-Schuster from 13 yards out. And the Dolphins get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. A fairly short kick from the 14. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that. A beautiful spin and room to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
168 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. They're leading the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offense.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Chicago.
So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Now Tannehill with a little touch pass to his wideout.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that.
Touchdown! Jakeem Grant, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On second down, a run with Breida. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
That's the gain of 5. Brings up third and
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
a 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Now a throw here, hold in. And some room to work. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Yessir makes a pick.
The 20. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
This taken in at the goal line.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
On first down, it's Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
Yessir makes a pick.
There he goes right side. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown.
Well, Charles, to quote a Hall of Famer from the sport of baseball, Yogi Berra, it's deja vu all over again. They had the pick six earlier. Now another pick six here, and those plays certainly have contributed to this blowout that we're witnessing.
Absolutely, and they're up big, but you and I both know the defenses are not responsible for holding the score down. And when you have a chance at a pick six, you go snatch the ball and you take it the other way. None of this grab it, kneel down stuff. Take it all the way to the end zone, as we just saw there.